you need to write them down somewhere. That for this week, I have these 3 tasks for myself related to English. Or for this particular month, I have these 5 tasks for myself in order to learn English or speak fluently. Hello everyone, how are you all? Well, I hope that you are great, and thanks a lot for giving my video Make English Your Habit so much love. You people are liking the video, and I can see that you are able to connect to the content that I have made for you. And today in this video, I have part 2 of that particular topic. This video is going to be part 2 of Make English Your Habit video. If that was part 1, are you excited to know what can be the part 2? Well, the part 2 is that you need to make English your project. Make English your project. When I say project, you might be thinking that project, how do I make English my project? That means, do I focus completely on English? Do I do everything related to English? I'm not saying that you need to do everything related to English. Stop doing everything else and just focus on English. No. When I say make English your project, that means you need to have some kind of targeted and focused approach. When I talked about English as a habit, it was a casual approach. It was an approach that was personal. It was according to the comfort level that you have to inculcate it in your daily life. But here, I'm talking about fast results. If you need results in less time, or if you are looking for better results, you're thinking that you are not getting better results according to the level of efforts you're making, you're not getting that kind of result, then you need to adopt this technique. Because this technique is specially for all those who are feeling that our efforts are not giving us enough results, the results that we are looking for. If you want better results and if you want time targeted, that means you want results in specific time, you need to really adopt this approach. That is, make English your project. This is an approach that we tutors, we recommend this to students who are appearing or people who are appearing for international English exams like TOEFL and IELTS. Even if you're learning professional English, general English, spoken English, you can adopt this approach in order to get better results. When I say make English your project, you need to have a very focused and targeted approach. There should be some kind of end goal to it. It needs to be targeted and it needs to be focused. It is a bit intense. Yet, I'm not saying that you have to let English dominate your life. No, we are going to maintain work-life balance. We are not going to let English affect our work life, personal life, professional life. If you're a student, then your studies. No, I'm not saying that. It's just you need to change a little bit the kind of approach you're having towards learning English. So let's begin with how you can, adopt this approach and how you can get maximum benefit out of learning English and get better results. So number 1 is make it compulsory. You need to make English a compulsory part of your life. If you want better results, make it compulsory. Just like a project that is given to you at your office, at your workplace, or maybe when you were a student, you were given a project which had a deadline and you were expected to perform in a certain way, to the certain standard, up to a certain mark. Take English just like that. Make it compulsory. When you are given a project at your office, at your workplace, you are obliged to do it. You have this obligation to complete the task. In order to maintain your job, in order to do your work, your profession for a professional life, you need to complete that particular project. So why don't we take English a necessity for our profession? Because the end goal for you to learn English is that so that you can excel in your profession, You can do better than others. You have more opportunity in your career, isn't it? Then you need to take English as a compulsory project. Make English your compulsory project. Take it seriously, take it compulsory. That okay, this is what I need to learn and I have to learn it. No excuses, nothing. Stop making excuses. You cannot give excuse that today I had so much workload, today it was burden, it was this, it was that. Stop doing that. Think about it as a project. Your performance and your promotion is dependent on it. Consider that my promotion and my performance is dependent on the level of English that I have or the improvement that I'm making. Think about it. And this thinking is going to actually push you. You'll be able to push your limits and you will be able to do better while learning English, and hence you will be able to work towards improving your fluency. So dedicate some time from your day, each day, to your English speaking practice. Watch videos of certified tutors out there on YouTube. So there are certified tutors. Watch their videos for improving your speaking skills. Adopt the techniques that they are telling you because they have proven techniques. They're just not telling you anything. Techniques are there. They are proven techniques. University research techniques that all the certified teachers out there are telling you. So do that and make it compulsory to dedicate just a little amount of time from your day to English. Maybe 5 minutes. Even if it's 5 minutes, do it. Now, number 2 is that set goals. When you're making it compulsory to learn English, to improve your speaking fluency, you need to set some goals. It can be short-term goals or it can be long-term goals. When you're setting a goal, you are giving yourself a time limit, just as you do with a project, just as you're given at your workplace along with a project, that this is the deadline. So set some deadlines for some tasks. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect in English in 2 months. No. Small tasks. For example, I need to read 10 pages of English. Any novel, take any novel, say I have to read 10 pages, not in 1 day, but probably in 3 days. Or maybe 4 days. Now it's up to you that you're reading 1 page per day and then 2 pages the next day. Or you are dividing it. You are reading some day a little less and the other day a little more. It's all up to you. But if you set a deadline that I have to read 10 pages in 3 days, you will be able to complete those 10 pages. Otherwise, what will happen is, I have read 1 page today, that's enough. I've read 2 pages, that's enough. And hardly you will be able to read only 6 pages in 3 days. Even if you are a speedy reader, you will be only able to read 6 pages in 3 days. I'm telling you some normal scenario, something that happens. So if you're setting a deadline, a limit, you will be able to do more work. You will be able to utilize your time in more productive manner and you'll get better results. So what you can do is, I have to do these many minutes of speaking practice. For example, I have to do 20 minutes of speaking practice. In what? In maybe 1 week. Plus, I have to also do 20 minutes of listening practice in this particular week. So you have 7 days and you have to dedicate 40 minutes to your English in those 7 days. So when you have a goal, when you have a deadline, you are yourself motivated to do that work. You know that I have to do this because this is my deadline. And please don't extend those deadlines because there is nobody to look over you. When people join some professional classes or they take help from professional tutors, they have to do the work because the deadline which is given by a tutor, he or she, they're gonna check. But when you are learning English on your own, there is nobody to keep a check on you. So you have to take responsibility and you have to be truthful to your own self. Number 3. So number 3 is make it your priority. Make English your priority. Now when I say make it your priority, it is different than compulsory. If you are making it your priority, then you're doing it by your own choice. So when you are making it a compulsion, you're making it compulsory. In order to feel motivated, you need to make it your priority too. That instead of scrolling mindlessly on social media, let me practice my English. Let me watch something related to my learning or something related to knowledge, general knowledge maybe, and whatever field you're working in, your profession. So dedicate your time to some productivity. And if you're dedicating it to learn English and speak English fluently, then bravo. That's a really good thing that you're doing. That means you are taking a big step towards improving your English speaking skills that you need to do. Instead of going out for some time, first I'm gonna dedicate 10 minutes to my English learning and then I'll go out. I'll go for a walk and whatever it is. So going for a walk or maybe going outside, whatever it is, watching TV, something else, keep them as your rewards. That I have done my 10 minutes of English learning, I have done my 10 minutes of English speaking practice, I have done 10 minutes of reading today, and then go out for a walk, then watch a series and make it your reward. Your reward. Something that I mentioned in the recent video too. So instead of finding excuses and doing different things, make English your priority. That these 10 minutes are mine and they are just for my English speaking practice or my English learning. You have to take time out from your day. You have to make it your priority. It's your own choice. It completely depends on you. Now, fourth point. The fourth thing that you need to do is assess your progress. Because whenever you are doing a project, whether it was in school or whether it is at your work, don't you evaluate what kind of work you have done? It is evaluated, isn't it? So when we are making English our project, we need to evaluate it too. When you will be evaluating your progress, you will know that at what level I was before, at what level I am now, and am I improving in the direction that I want to? You will be clear about your goals, about what kind of improvement you're having, what more you need to do, how to assess yourself. That is a big question. I do understand. Assessing and evaluating the progress is difficult. First step is that you need to make a checklist. So the first checklist is you need to write your goals. Write your goals down. When you are making your goals, you need to write them down somewhere. That for this week, I have these 3 tasks for myself related to English. Or for this particular month, I have these 5 tasks for myself in order to learn English or speak fluently. Now, at the end of the month or end of the week, you need to check mark, have you completed all the tasks or not? So if you have completed all your tasks, that means you have done efforts from your part. So the efforts, they're 100%. And if the efforts are 100%, that means you have 50% of the progress. So now 50% of your progress, that's clear. If you're doing all your tasks, whatever your goals were there, if you have completed all your goals, achieved all your goals, that means you have done 50% of your part when it comes to your progress. So 50% of assessment has been done and you're passed. You've passed your assessment. Now the remaining 50%, that is the progress. How much progress have you made or how much improvement is there? See, when you are going to learn English, when you're going to give time to English, you will start feeling comfortable in it. Earlier, you might not be able to speak English for 1 minute continuously without thinking about words, without finding vocabulary in your mind, without translating. You might have felt difficult in speaking English for 1 minute, just like your native language, without putting any kind of effort on your brain. But now, after your 1 month of practice, 1 month of this action plan, now you might be feeling comfortable. And if you're feeling better, if you're thinking that you're performing better, I think then you're making progress. You are improving. If you're using more vocabulary while you're speaking, you are making progress. because you're learning English on your own, you need to check where you are lacking and what progress you are making on your own. When you take help, professional help, so we are there to give you feedback. We are the one who evaluate you, who assess you, and then provide you feedback. But here you have to assess yourself. You are on your own. If you're learning English by yourself, you are on your own. So assess yourself. You can assess yourself. You will have this gut feeling from inside that I am doing all my tasks, and you will have this feeling that okay, now I am comfortable. This much I have achieved. Now this is left which I can do in next few months or next few weeks. So you need to assess yourself, assess your progress. That is really necessary. So these were the 4 steps or 4 ways through which you can take English learning seriously and make it your project. And you don't have to have this kind of approach for your whole life. No. For your whole life, for something that you can do for the rest of your life, learn English as a habit is something that you need to do. Gradual approach. But for some time, you have to have this approach, make English your project. Because if you are not putting in those efforts that are needed, you will not be able to improve. There will be a hurdle that you'll face, that this is the stagnation point, and you will not be feeling any kind of improvement. You are able to speak English, but you are feeling that the fluency is not improving. So at that point, you need to have this approach, that you need to make English your project. And then when you feel like you are doing good, you have achieved a lot, follow the approach of making English your habit. Because this is something that you need to do always. You eat food every day, you breathe air every day. Just like that, language is something that we need to speak, practice, or maybe whatever you want to say, you have to keep language with you every day in order to be perfect in it. So that was it for today. I hope that you really liked this video and you must have found this video helpful. This video is for all the students appearing for IELTS, TOEFL, any kind of international English exam, for all the people, professionals out there who are looking to improve their English in short-term time, and for anybody who wants to learn spoken English. Anybody can take this approach. More such lessons are on the way, and vocabulary lessons, pronunciation lessons, English speaking lessons, they are on the way. So do subscribe the channel so that you don't miss out on any such lesson that can be important for you, really important for you. I'm Shivangi, and I'm gonna meet you next time with a new video and a new topic. Till then, take care and bye.